Well, the Toshiba 3100 restoration goes on. Um, the hard drive, wow. I had read that it was, decaying, but it took some work. So on the back side there's two boards in here, and on the back side of this board, there's two caps, two electrolytics. One's 33 microfarads, one's 22. The 22 microfarad had just lost all its gunk and had gotten all over the board, and it traveled and created all sorts of havoc. I had to do lots of cleaning. Some of that goo made it actually onto the back side of where the where the head slides back and forth. So even there was some goo to clean up. That was difficult. And I replaced them all the caps on the thing with monolithic ceramics, so that'll never happen again. Plus, it's just better performance, but it's still not completely happy. Some of that electrolytic gunk got into the magnetic head connectors. So the ribbon, the flat cable that goes in there, had kind of separated from its backside white thing. So I know there's ways to fix that, but I was able to get it in there anyway. But I think that there's still some conductivity of some of that material and some of that. It's also probably under some chips and some pins, but it is working now. So, but this is, for me, this is my parts unit. Okay, so this is the one that I'm learning on, and I'm going to get parts from. So far, I've gotten everything on here working, so it's all good. So what I'm doing now is I'm just running through installing Windows 3.1 onto a compact flash solution. It's set up for the 42 megabyte, and all that's working fine. I haven't done all the work to the power supplies or recapped any of that yet, but I absolutely am going to. A couple things that have come to mind that's interesting. I've noticed on some models that the CPU has a heatsink, and it should, because that gets really, really hot. This one didn't have one, so I thought that was interesting. But if I'm going to keep this board, that's going to get one. Also, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this same chip in a 16 megahertz version. It won't go any faster because that's controlled by the clock, which is 24, so it's divided by 2, so that's 12 megahertz. So, but the 16 will give it a little bit of overhead, maybe make the chip a little more stable. So I've got one of those coming. And we'll see on all this other stuff. I've got to take out every single chip in a socket and clean every pin and use stabilant on all of it. I've already done that on the CPU, but I'm going to be doing that on every chip that's in here, every connector that's in here. I think I've already done the connectors, all the connectors, so that's all good. But like I said, this is my test board. This is where I'm getting my experience. The backside of the plasma definitely has some caps I'm going to look at, and I'm going to improve that with going monolithic ceramics and putting larger stuff in there to stabilize the power supply better. I don't know that'll have any real effect on it, but we'll see. It will make it longer life, no doubt about that. So anyway, so I'm getting a lot of experience doing this on this board, so that when I get to my main target unit, which has pretty much no hours on it, then I'll really know exactly what to do in order and how to do it. So, like, I didn't really anticipate that the floppy was going to be, it was going to take 4 hours worth of work and parts and stuff to really do it, and all the cleaning involved and all of that. So I'm learning. Anyway, so there we have it.